Hello and welcome to this video by the University of Reading, all about what happens after you press submit. A very warm welcome. My name is Rachel and I'm a Student Recruitment and Access Officer from the University of Reading. What we're going to be looking at today is the application timeline, applicant interviews and visit days, offers and decisions, accommodation, and then results day. So the application timeline. So applications will open early September with a deadline within mid-October for Oxford, Cambridge, Medicine, Dentistry and Veterinary Science, and then end of January deadline for the equal consideration deadline will be the deadline for applications to most other courses. So after you've pressed submit and you've completed your application, the university will process the application and you may be invited to an interview. Alternatively, if it's not an interview in course, then you'll be hopefully made an offer. Majority of offers are made by early May, and then it's up to you to reply to your offers and you will decide on a firm and insurance choice institution. And then end of August will be results day, and that's when you'll find out for definite whether you've been placed with your firm choice institution. You can track your applications on the UCAS hub, so all you need to do is sign in. You can look at your application progress at any time, and you will need your personal ID and your password that you used when applying. So make sure you keep that information safe and remember it so you can use it in the future. So student finance, make sure you apply on time. Applications will generally open in February with a deadline of about May time. But you can check on the Student Finance website for more up-to-date information about that as it gets closer to the time. We offer lots of different webinars, resources, a booklet, all about student finance, so do have a look at the appropriate websites to find out more information about those. You can apply for your tuition fee loan and your maintenance loan through Student Finance, and there is the link there for applying. It's important to know that you don't need to wait for all of your offers before you apply for student finance. Just put down your preference when you're doing your application, and then if that changes, then you can log in and amend that at any time. So applicant interviews and visit days. So some of our courses require applicants to come to an interview. You don't need to panic. This is an opportunity for staff to get to know you, but also for you to get to know them and the department as well. Be ready for some questions. The department may even let you know the types of things that they will ask you. You'll receive information probably via email with all the information about dates and times from admissions. It might even be that they ask you to log on and select a date and a time, so do make sure you read things carefully and know exactly what you need to do. And this is the email address that you've used on your UCAS application, so make sure you're checking that regularly so you don't miss anything important. Interview days, they can be in person or online, so make sure you know the format beforehand and make sure you've got all your practicalities sorted. So if it's an online interview, make sure you've checked your IT equipment, your mic's working, your speakers are working, you're in a comfortable place where no one's going to be walking in and interrupting you midway through. Alternatively, it's in person, double check travel times, parking and things like that. The interview invite will probably tell you the types of things you can expect, so whether there's any group tasks, one-to-one interviews and things like that. Also really important to make sure that you read the email carefully and bring any documentation and ID if that's required of you. Portfolio. So these are usually for creative subjects. Most likely when you've been doing your research, you'll be aware if a portfolio is a part of the application process. It could be that your department has suggestions and help and support available on their websites for what to include in your portfolio. But the general guidance is to include a variety of different examples. So whether that be photography, drawings, paintings, jewellery that you've made, sculptures, include a variety of different things. Think about the presentation, whether that be physical or virtual. If it's a virtual portfolio session, then you might need to make yourself a website or have it in a format where you can email it across. They'll make it clear what their expectations are for you of that. And if it's physical, you might have to think about how large an item is and whether you can travel with that on the train, or maybe it's going to be something a bit smaller that you want to take along with you. Start early and have fun. Don't leave it all to the last minute. And also, they're not just wanting lots and lots of finished, beautiful, pristine examples. They like to see works in progress, or like to see the kind of the journey of your creative work as well. So come ready with lots of different examples, things to talk about, and an analytical eye of your work as well. Visit days. So visit days are a great opportunity for you to come along to the university again. These are different to open days. So even if you've been to an open day and then you get invited to a visit day or an applicant day, it's important to attend if you can, because you'll get to see the department again, meet other applicants, hear about opportunities available, and ask any questions. And visit days are held for prospective students who've applied to a non-interview course at the University of Reading and have been offered a place. So offers and decisions. So there's three kind of main things, offers that you might get when you've applied. You could get an unconditional offer, and that is basically the university saying, we'd like you to come to us next September. And that could be you've already achieved the grades needed, or you've already achieved enough of the grades needed. The large majority of applicants will get a conditional offer, and that is the university saying, if you get X, Y, and Z in your results, then you have a place at the university. The final thing could be a rejection, and that's the university not able to offer you a place. And that could be because you've not got the predicted grades they think are going to meet the entry requirements. Alternatively, you didn't attend an interview or a portfolio day, or maybe you're not studying the correct qualifications at the moment in order to get on to that course. Also worth being aware of contextual offers. And this is where the university might offer you a grade drop depending on certain things. So at the University of Reading, you could get a grade drop if you study an EPQ, or potentially the location of where you live, or if you put us down as your firm choice. It's not available for all courses, so do check the website to double check if your course is included. Other universities, they might take other things into account as well, so things such as time and care, attending an outreach program, or having any kind of widening participation flag such as free school meals. So now we're going to have a little look at this applicant and the decisions that they make when they are deciding which is their firm and insurance. So the firm choice that you'll need to make, that is your first choice, and that's if all the conditions are met, then that is where you'll be placed to go to university. And then you can add an insurance. This usually has lower conditions, so that if you miss out on your firm, then you've got your place with your insurance. So this applicant has decided to put their conditional offer 2 as their firm choice. They then put their unconditional offer as their insurance choice, and then they've declined by default their conditional offer 1 and 3, and the reject they didn't need to do anything with. Alternatively, what they could do is they could put their unconditional offer as their firm choice. That would automatically mean they decline their conditional offer 1, 2, and 3, because they put their firm choice as an unconditional offer. They've got a place there regardless of the results that they achieve that August. So they don't need to have an insurance because there's no need for one, because they're going along to that firm choice unconditional offer institution. So choosing accommodation. So after you've applied, potentially maybe even before you've got all of your offers back, you might want to apply for accommodation. At the University of Reading, if you select us as your firm choice by a certain date, then you will be guaranteed accommodation. Have a little look to see what other universities offer. Check your emails. So information will come through, important information about accommodation, when to apply, how to apply, and deadlines. We do have loads of information available on our website about accommodation. They've got useful videos about how to apply, timelines, loads of information about kind of catered versus self-catered, en-suites versus shared bathrooms, things like that. And we offer more webinars throughout the year on those as well, so do check the relevant places for that information. And then results day. So make sure you're in the country if at all possible. And there could be 4 possibilities on results day. So hopefully you meet the conditions of your firm offer. Brilliant, excellent, congratulations, time to celebrate. Alternatively, maybe you've missed out on your firm, but you've met the insurance conditions of the insurance conditions. Fantastic news, congratulations, also time to celebrate. Perhaps maybe things haven't gone the way you'd hoped, things haven't gone to plan, and you've not met the conditions of either. That's not the end of the world though, because you still could get a place through clearing. And alternatively, you've done better than you expected. So you could call up a clearing hotline and change to a more aspirational choice. So clearing, majority of applicants will use clearing around about results day. So you've received your results, you haven't met the entry requirements for your firm or your insurance choice, and then you might use clearing, and you'll call up a university and you'll ask them if there's space available on a particular course. You'll tell them the grades that you hold, and they can let you know whether they can offer you a place or not. And you can add one choice at a time via the hub. UCAS Extra is if you had no offers, so all 5 choices you were declined, or you had no offers, or you declined or withdrew them, and then you can use UCAS Extra via the UCAS Hub to add one course at a time. So to summarise the things we've spoken about today, so keep track of your offers via UCAS Hub. Really important to make sure you're checking your email that you used when you applied, because this is where important updates from the universities and UCAS will go to. So make sure you've got access to that, and double check the junk as well, just in case something accidentally goes in there. Don't miss your deadlines. So that could be a deadline for applying, your deadline for booking onto an interview, or potentially deciding your firm and insurance choice. Prepare for any interviews or portfolio sessions with plenty of time. Apply for student finance and accommodation on time, and remember, you don't need to have your firm and insurance picked and your offers all back by then. Put down your preferred university place and you can amend that. Be in the country on results day, and don't panic. There is lots of support available for you throughout your applying, but also after you've applied as well. So all you need to do is get in touch with the university of choice, and they'll be happy to help you and answer any questions that you might have. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found this video useful, information all about what happens after you submit your application. Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.